Hey, beloveds. Hey, hey, hey. Listen, I don't care what nobody say about you and you shouldn't either, right? So I come to tell you, don't regret the things that you have endured. Don't regret your past. Don't regret even your bad decisions. Don't regret those things. Why? Because it was good. It was good that you went through what you went through. It was good that you endured the things that you endured. It was good that you had to hurt. It was good that you had to be rejected. It was good that you went through something terrible, right? A lot of times we get so frustrated because we have experienced some things that we wish we could have avoided or some things we wish we didn't have to go through. But it is in our hurts. It is in our pain that we get to break through. It is in our hurt and our pain that we get to see God for who God truly is. It is in our hurt and our pain that we overcome. We cannot overcome something and we cannot um, heal if we don't face what we've endured, what we've been through. So it was good that you've been through what you've been through. It was a good thing. Though, hear me, though the enemy may have meant it for your demise, but God will turn anything around for his glory. God will turn anything around, even what the enemy meant for your demise, even what the enemy meant to harm you. God will turn it around and work it together for his good. That is how he will get the glory. That is how he will get the praise. Because if it wasn't for what you've gone through, if it wasn't for what you've been through, you cannot push forward and give God praise and give God glory and turn around and tell your story. You cannot you cannot push through and get to where God have you if you haven't gone through some things, if you haven't had sleepless nights, if you haven't cried, if you haven't walked the floor worrying and walking the floor crying and walking the floor praying that God will come through for you. It is not, it is in those moments, it's in those moments that you get to break through, you see, because you will never be able to get to a place that God has you and you don't have a story to tell. We all have to go through some things. We all have to endure some pain. That's just like when, when you are enlisting in the army, and you have to go through all these tests and this training and all of that kind of stuff, right? It builds you up. And not only do it build you up, but it tests you. It tests you to see, can you endure where you are about to go? Can you endure where you about to head to? Can you endure it? Because when you get to that place that God has for you, you're going to have to withstand what you're going to be faced with. So if you can't go through the trouble now and then get to where God is taking you, how can you endure what's in front of you then? You have to go through some things. You have to go through some troubles. You have to go through some heartaches. You're going to have to go through those things because that is what's building you. That is what's building you. That's what's building your character. That is what's building your integrity. That is what's building you. That is what's building your momentum. Okay? That is what's building your momentum for the glory of God. That is what's building you for the glory of God. It's the things that you have already gone through. So don't regret your past. Don't regret where you've been. Don't regret the things that you face. What you do is you use that, okay? You use that for where you're going. You use that for the glory of God. Because if God brought you through that, if God can bring you through that, he will definitely bring you through whatever you face going forward in your life, especially when you're doing what God has called you to do. Because when you begin to walk in your purpose and when you begin to walk in the things that God have you walking in, you're going to face so many things. You're going to face so many trials, and you're going to face there's so many things that's going to come up against you, because the enemy hates the fact that you are walking in your calling. The enemy hates the fact that you are now doing what God has called you to do. So he is going to send things towards you. He is going to send so many things to fight against you, and you're going to have to be able to know how to fight against those things. You're going to have to be able to have the momentum in the fight to fight through those things that the enemy sends to kill you, that the enemy sends to destroy you. So it was good that you've already endured some troubles. It was good that you've already endured some pain. It was good that you've already endured some relationships, because that didn't do nothing but prepare you for where God is taking you, where God is preparing you to go. So it was good that you went through that. So don't be in a regretful mode, regretting the things that you've endured, regretting your past, because it is your past that God is going to use to get you to where you're going. It is your past that's going to break you through. It is your past that God gets the glory. It is your past that God gets the glory. So it was good that you went through what you went through. It was good that you faced those things. So don't let nobody make you feel bad because of where you've been, because of what you faced. Those are the things that God loves to use. He takes the broken people. He takes the most broken people and use them. The people that God will throw away, those are the people that God will raise up. Those are the people that God will raise up to do wonderful things. Those are the exact people. Listen, so don't let nobody make you feel bad for where you've been. Though the enemy meant it for your demise, though the enemy meant it for your demise, God is going to use that very thing. God is going to use that very thing that you regret, that very thing to push you through. God is going to use that very thing to get the glory. He brought you through it so he can use it. He brought you through it so he can use it for his glory. God is a God of glory. And he will take those broken pieces, those hurtful things that we feel like, man, I wish I didn't have to go through this. I wish I didn't have to go through that. I wish I didn't have to endure this. I wish I didn't have to endure that. But it is those moments that God will use for his glory. It is those very moments that will build you up, to make you into who God has called you to be. It is those very moments, it is those very things that God will take and use for his glory. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. God loves y'all. God loves you. Listen, God loves you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I pray that whatever word I bring, that your life be changed, that your life be renewed. I know that I'm not for everybody. I know that I'm not here for everybody, but the remnant that I am here for, I pray that God uses you in a mighty way. Listen, beloved, Listen, man of God. Listen, woman of God. That very thing that you are ashamed of, that very thing that you regret, God is going to use it for his glory. Watch him move. I love y'all. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to comment. And until next time, be blessed.